Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Bible study for everyone. Today is day number 25, and so we are in Matthew chapter 25. Once again, I'm Matt, and I'm going to be your facilitator today. So, Matthew chapter 25 comes after a pretty enlightening conversation between the disciples and Jesus in Matthew chapter 24. And they were talking about the end times. And so, Jesus follows it up with several parables and stories talking about the end times and explaining what his expectations are. The first parable is about 10 virgins. There's 5 wise virgins and there's 5 that are unwise. He talks about them having these lamps and they needed oil for their lamps. And the unwise virgins didn't have enough oil to last them long enough to when the bridegroom comes back. And so as the bridegroom's coming back, they need to head out and go get more oil. And while that happens, the bridegroom comes back and he closes the door. And when they come back, they say, "Please, please let me in." And what does the bridegroom say? In verse 12, he says, "Truly I say to you, I do not know you." This is the last thing that I want to hear, is I don't know you. So do you know Jesus? Do you really know? Have you made that commitment? This parable is telling us that there are some that are unwise who don't. Then he moves on to the parable of the talents. And so what happens is he gives these different servants different levels of talents. And so there were 3 different servants and he gives them different levels of talents. The first one he gives 5 talents, the second one he gives 2 talents, and the third one he gives 1. The person who had 5 turns it into 10. And what does the master say in verse 21? "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a little. I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master." I mean, could there be any better words than this? I mean, imagine you're getting into heaven and this is what Jesus tells you. "Well done, good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over little. I'll set you over much." I want this life to have an impact. I hope you guys do too. Because we see the last servant, what does he do? He has 1 talent. Instead of using his time and being productive, he's idle. He goes and sets it away and he just gives the master back the same talent that he gave him. And because of that, he gets cast out. And so what Jesus is saying here is that as we wait for his return, he wants us to be productive. He doesn't want us to be idle. He's entrusted us with so much. And so the word of the day today is going to be entrusted. Because God has given us such a great opportunity. And just the fact that you're a part of this Bible study means you've been trusted with much. You have access to the Bible. You have access to people who are talking about it. I mean, do you know that there's people all over the world who don't even have the Bible in their own language? So you're going to be held to a higher standard. And so think about this story the next time someone talks to you about Jesus, the next time you get an opportunity to share. Jesus expects us to be productive. And then the last section is talking about the final judgment. Verse 40, it says, "Truly I say to you, as you did it to one of the least of these brothers, you did it to me." So what we do to the least of these is like doing it to Jesus. I mean, we just heard Jesus hit on the second great commandment, love your neighbor as yourself. And here we hear that what we do to the least of these, we do to Jesus. So are you really caring about those relationships enough? Are there areas where maybe you're not being the person you should be and you need to fix it? We could talk for so long about all this, but the point here is we need to be productive. We've been entrusted with so much. Let's love others. Let's share the gospel. Let's not be idle as we wait for Jesus coming back. We'll talk next time. See you guys.